My mobile detailing business almost failed, and it would have if I had continued neglecting this one simple thing. I was making more money than ever, my business was growing, I had more vans, more employees, but I lost sight of the reason why I started my business, and that's what led me to where I am now. Now, in order to understand how I actually got to the point where I'm at now, you have to understand how I started. I started detailing as a smarter way to make money back in the summer of 2022, and it grew so fast that in my first 6 months, I was making 10K a month detailing solo. Solo operation as a detailer is much different than once you start to hire employees, and I learned this very quickly. My growth was so exponential that I needed to hire some people. So I put together some want ads, bought 2 vans, and then started hiring. But I was pushing the employees as hard as I was pushing myself, and the reality of the situation is that as a solo detailer hustling your butt off, you're willing to work 60, 70 hours a week. But if you're an employee making $25, $30 an hour, maybe not so much, and that's not exactly fair. So I got to the point where I was pushing myself so hard and my profit margins were so low because the employees weren't as quick and weren't as efficient as me, which, go figure, they're not making $100 an hour like I would. So that got me into a state of desperation, and this is one of my biggest regrets. I got so desperate for employees because I had realistically 3 vans worth of jobs, probably $7,000 or $8,000 worth of customers every single week calling, and I didn't have the people to fulfill it. So I decided to merge and partner with another detailer. And that decision was very hasty, very rash, and almost cost me my business. So pulled up here on this customer's Volkswagen Golf, and as you can see, they've used baking soda to try and get a little bit of a spill out. The sunroof leaked, and now it smells like mildew. And people read online that baking soda helps. Pro tip, it doesn't. It just makes it harder for a detailer to clean it up. Baking soda is very particular. There's only some situations where it will work, but as a general rule of thumb, it's usually not gonna keep the smell out. All right, so after a deep shampoo of the carpet to get the baking soda out, I put the Ozone Generator in for about 30 minutes, and that's completely neutralized the smell and any potential bacteria that was growing there because of the moisture buildup. Let me know if you guys wanna see more information on that Ozone Generator. It is a lifesaver. So I made a rash decision, decided, well, let's partner with somebody that has more employees than they have work, because I have more work than I have employees, because we're the largest detailing company in the area, and for whatever reason, I don't know how to manage a team. And that was definitely too hasty, because I effectively was willing to give up 50% of my company just because of one challenge in my business, which is not smart. So I learned that lesson. And 2, I was not careful of who I was partnering with. The gentleman that I spoke to was amazing, a friend of mine, but our visions did not align for our business. And there's an old proverb that says that without vision, people perish. See, I wanted to do something different than he did, and he wanted to do something entirely different than I did, and those visions did not align. So one of us was going to have to push down our desires and push down our passion in sacrifice for the other vision, which ultimately is not a good situation. So what is my vision and what is my passion? Well, it's showing people that you can take a simple business model like detailing and create life-changing wealth for yourself and your family. Within the first 6 months of my detailing business, because I set it up right with the right systems and really obsessed over building a quality image in my community, I was able to make $10,000 a month, and that has not slowed down since. Where most detailers struggle to get customers, I was able to optimize my customer acquisition system so much so that after 6 months and making 10K a month, I bought van number 1. And after another 6 months, I bought van number 2, which is right in front of me. But I didn't take time to really optimize the systems on the fulfillment end. I had employees and they were doing great work, but I was pushing them and working them to the bone. I was building my business too fast, and it caused me to slip. So now, as the winter months are approaching, I'm slowing down my operations, and I'm going back to being a solo man on the field detailing. Why? Because I want to spend my time and energy really creating the best possible business for my community and for myself. I've already proven to myself that I can have an abundance of customers and that I'll never run out of people to detail for. So now I want to make sure that the people that I do detail for receive the best service possible. And like I said, I want to show people that these business models can create life-changing wealth. And most people aren't going to scale them to the moon. They're going to create a very substantial and meaningful business as a solo operation. So I want to make sure that I really connect with the heart of my mission and my purpose. So that's it. that's what I'm working on now, because I realize that if I wake up every single morning slammed because we have 6, 7 cars to complete, sure, I'm making a lot of money, but if my heart is not in doing a ton of cars and it's more in providing the best quality service possible and being as inspiring as possible, I'm not gonna feel fulfilled when I wake up. So there you go. That's what I'm gonna work on for the next few months, and I'll try to post my journey as much as I can, but let me get back to filling up these chemicals. We got a couple cars to do today.